In today's video, I've got Stephanie Stripes with me, and we're answering a few questions on a Q&A chat that we did a few weeks ago. The question is, when is it necessary to secure a deposit for your striping jobs? This video is important because many people who try to get into this industry don't have enough workflow coming in and can't afford to wait net 30, 60, or even 90 days before they get paid. Get out the notepad, take some notes, because I am positive that this video is going to help you out. But before that, if you're interested in parking lot striping and want to start a business that's highly profitable, be sure to check out the How to Stripe course. It will be the first link in the pinned comment section and the description. 68% of you watching are not subscribed. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell icon. Let's get to the video. Eduardo says, Stephanie, when do you send out your quotes, estimates? Do you typically request a deposit to secure the booking?
I haven't done that yet. I'm not comfortable with it, honestly. But if it started to involve to reserve my crew, let's say I have a crew, because now I'm working by myself, I would start to ask for deposits, because I feel like if the person cancels, what am I going to do with the people that I was supposed to pay? So when I get more into it, I think I will start asking for a small deposit, at least just to confirm the appointment,
Yeah. And one of the things, it just depends on the circumstances by which you're getting into it. For example, let's say that you just started your business, you registered your LLC, and you haven't even got equipment yet. Well, you could sell a job, get a deposit, purchase the equipment, and then stripe the job. And then after that, you can pay off the equipment or the supplies or something like that, and then get started that way. I know people that have done that. Or you can, it just depends, because if let's just say that it's a $15,000 job, $3,000 in supplies, and they're net 45. Well, if you can't afford to eat $3,000 for a month to a month and a half, then you probably should get a deposit, because some people are in the stages in their business where every single check that they get makes a significant difference, and they can't afford not to get paid. And so if you're in a position in your business where you can't afford to take a $3,000 hit on supplies while you're waiting for these companies to pay you, then get a deposit. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I've got a customer that we serviced last year. I think it was $5,000 in supplies, and I didn't want to have to sit on a $5,000 cost. So I said, yeah, I can do the job, but you're going to have to pay for the supplies. And then usually they'll write you a check for the deposit, and then you could just do the job. And then after that, your supplies are already covered, because you have to think about it from this perspective.
Yes, I think the bigger it becomes, the bigger you have to take a deposit, because the risks get greater with time. I mean, this is something that I have seen not only in striping, but even in construction. I've seen guys take risks like that, but this is not something typically feminine. We have a hard time taking risks, and I can tell you that I feel it myself. When I started, last year I went to a training in Tampa, and I met a few people that have started the business, amazing people. But just in the past year, I have seen different people starting the business with different profiles, risk profile, let's call it like that. One couple that I met that I adore them, but they came from France, and they invested. They got an immigrant visa with the obligation to invest in the States. Not only they had to invest 80,000 US, but they had to rent a local for the business. They had to hire 2 Americans. So they're investing a lot of money into it. And when we were sitting at the same table, and I was looking at them, and I said, what? You're just risking so much? And I said, you have never striped a line in your life? And they said, yeah, but we've managed properties. We know how it works, blah, blah. And I said, man, I admire how much you can risk. And I thought to myself, they're going to go so much faster than me, because they have all the equipment, they have the knowledge, they have everything.
Want to get more customers, improve your conversion rates, and get access to the information I teach my coaching clients every month that helps them make thousands of dollars each month? Send me a text message letting me know that you're interested in joining the private coaching program. You can be like Brandon that got a $3,700 job from the information that he learned in the program. He said landed a $3,700 wash restripe combo. Or you can be like Jamie that got a $7,000 job. He said, just want to let you know I just landed a $7,000 apartment complex job. Or Andrew with a $12K job. I'm waiting for a call from the owner to sort out the deal and sign the contract for $12K. Text me to get to the group, make more money. Let's get back to the video.
So a year later, they told me that they have a hard time getting contracts because it's difficult to develop the connections to get involved in the community. So, even if you take a lot of risk, it doesn't mean it's gonna work. So, I'm accepting that we are in a different places in that matter.
Yeah, 100%. And then he says, additionally, when sending invoices, do you operate on a net 30, net 15 terms, or require payment immediately upon job completion?
Well, you have more experience than me in that, but I will tell you that there's a customer who wrote me a check right after. There's a customer who paid me cash, just with the taxes, everything, but it was cash. The other one, a transfer, and the other one took 45 days to pay me. So it all depends. I think at my level, it's case by case. But I imagine that the bigger you become, you make different arrangements, I think.
Yeah, that's what I do. Personally, every time I send an estimate, I'm always telling people that it's due upon completion. I always do that because I know that they have their own payment terms, but with smaller jobs, people might look at it and go, oh, due upon completion, and then they might pay it immediately. And if they don't, it's not a big deal. However, I know that people don't always like to pay their bills. I mean, there was 2 companies that just paid me this month. They've owed me money for the last 2 months, and it was due upon completion. And then whenever I'd call and check on it, they wouldn't give me a direct answer. They started telling me to leave voicemail messages and emails, and it just became a hassle. So if I'm sending an invoice, that invoice always says due upon completion. And I understand that they have their own payment terms, but ultimately you're going to get your money whenever they decide that you're going to get it, unfortunately. So that's usually how it is.